or not, there will be television pictures 1,000 times more powerful. I think you need to get some perspective on this. Hezbollah is approximately 100 times more powerful than the resistance movements in the Gaza Strip. 100 times more. They have 100 times more missiles, and their missiles are not homemade. Their missiles are targeted, and they're targeted on the centers of power and the centers of population of the state of Israel itself. The Israeli people will not just have to hurry for the bomb shelters. If Hezbollah enters the war, they will not be able to leave those air raid shelters because the missiles will rain down incessantly. Israel will, of course, fight back, and the United States aircraft carriers, who present something of a sitting target, I must tell them, for the Lebanese batteries on shore. Mark my words about that. The United States will join the war. Britain, in a kind of carry on up the Khyber caper, has decided to send two of its sadly depleted Royal Navy to the shores of the Levant. To do what? I'm not sure. But we can assume that whilst they themselves will become targets, that they will not remain silent. Their guns will not remain silent. The problem with that is, once America and Britain begin attacking Hezbollah targets in Lebanon, Iran will attack them and will attack Israel itself. Now, if Hezbollah is 100 times more powerful than Hamas and Islamic Jihad and the alphabet soup of Palestinian resistance organizations, then Iran is 1,000 times more powerful than Hezbollah. And thus, a general state of Middle East war will then exist. You will have Iran, Ansar Allah in Yemen, the liberation forces in Iraq, the state of Syria and its armed forces will recover the stolen Syrian territory of the Golan Heights. Hezbollah will be all guns blazing. Israel will be fighting in Gaza and in the north of the country against Hezbollah, drawing its allies, presumably America in Britain, to the fore, into deeper and deeper into that conflict. And here is the overarching problem. Syria and Iran are close allies of Russia, and not far behind, close allies of China. So if Israel, America begins attacking Iran, Russia and China stand behind Iran. I hope you're beginning to get a clearer picture. That's why the ground invasion has not begun, because Israel and its allies are calibrating just how difficult a job it will be to fight amongst the rubble in the alleyways, every inch of which are known by the defenders, but not known at all by the attackers. All the while, no internet or not, there will be television pictures of Israel's invasion of Gaza emerging. They'll emerge, apart from anything else, from the many, many Israeli soldiers that don't want to do this and are arguing, and they show themselves on video arguing with their officers that this is not the right, or at least the wise thing to do. So the fighting amongst the rubble, in the alleyways, underground, hand to hand, will be very, very costly indeed. Just bilaterally, between the Palestinians and the Israelis, once the others join in, as they are openly pledging to do, then we are on a helter-skelter to hell. Damn. A helter-skelter to hell. Damn. That will not exclude you and me. Right. It will not exclude us. This conflict, if it spirals in the way I have described, will First of all, stop all oil production in the Persian Gulf. It will stop the transportation of all oil on the water and in storage of the oil in the Persian Gulf. People are bleating about the price of oil now rising over $100 a barrel. You will not be able to buy it for $10,000 a barrel. There'll be no oil. That means your industry will stop. That means you will become unemployed. That means your already chronic and debilitating economic situation will plummet further into the abyss. I think you need to get some perspective.